coverage you can count on. First Edition starts now.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us for News 13 First Edition. I'm Annette Pegler. Well, it's time now for a first look at your forecast. Chief Meteorologist Frank Johnson joins us from the Key Wall. And Frank, this heat does not seem like it's going anywhere. Is there any relief for us in sight?
We are going to break this heat wave as we get into the weekend, starting to see some subtle changes. Another hot, humid day today, another day with most of us staying dry, but there are a few isolated showers across parts of Scotland into Robeson County, and more importantly, more rain and thunderstorms not too far to our west. These will be moving our way. Some of us will see these overnight tonight, but this better rain chance is going to be moving in for the weekend, and that's eventually going to cool us down. Temperatures outside right now, we're in the 90s, mid to upper 90s across most of the area, a little cooler with a sea breeze along the coast, and we still have that heat advisory and the heat warnings in effect. May see these back again for tomorrow, but it will be noticeably cooler by Sunday. Our forecast for tonight, partly cloudy, a few showers or thunderstorms tonight, warm and muggy tonight, and heating back up again tomorrow. I'll have a look at how much we're going to cool down by Sunday coming up in a few more minutes.
Frank, thank you. Well, new today at 4, the U.S. Department of War has lifted the suspensions of the 8 South Carolina Apache pilots who took part in last weekend's salute from the shore flyover. News 13's Morgan Baker spoke to several people who were elated to learn of this update.
Defense Department spokesperson Sean Parnell announced the decision to lift the suspensions in a post to Facebook this morning. The pilots were suspended from flying just yesterday. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster, along with Representative Russell Fry, both posted to social media yesterday urging the suspensions to be lifted. Major Lisa Allen with the South Carolina National Guard confirmed today that the Adjutant General returned the pilots to flight status, saying the move helps ensure the Guard remains ready to support both state and federal missions. Officials have not said what led to the investigation. I spoke with a visitor to Myrtle Beach who has a brother in the Marines and was happy to hear the suspensions were lifted.
That is awesome. That is great. God bless USA. That is amazing, honestly. This is America. It was the 4th of July. We're all about freedom.
I reached out to Major Allen to find out if the investigation into the flyover is still continuing, but I've yet to hear back. At 5, I'll have more reaction from a local who saw the flyover. Reporting in Horry County, Morgan Baker, News 13.
Morgan, thank you. We're getting a closer look at an Horry County police unit that recently made an arrest in a nearly decade-old cold case homicide. The Violent Criminal Apprehension Team, also known as VCAT, was formed nearly 2 years ago, and it works to capture violent offenders who may be in the county. And News 13's Maddie Kataspati joins us live from Conway. Maddie, what can you tell us about this team?
Annette, the team was formed after Chief Chris Linhart was sworn in, an initiative that he felt was needed here in the county to protect residents. Now, VCAT works alongside local, state, and federal partners to look for violent offenders in Horry County. Chief Linhart says while the team focuses on known offenders, they receive requests for assistance from other agencies. Just a few weeks ago, the team assisted the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department and the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division to locate suspects in a 2017 cold case homicide. Sergeant Brandon Rabin with VCAT says the time between receiving a request and bringing a suspect into custody can vary.
We have literally received a request to help for an agency for people that wanted for murder arrested same day. We have received requests for help or had our own cases that are harder to work and people are going to more extensive measures to evade arrest that sometimes takes months to years to find those people.
Tonight at 5:30, I'll have more from Rabin and Chief Linhart about the message they hope the team will send. Live in Horry County, Maddie Kataspati, News 13.
Maddie, thank you. Breaking news right now at 4, an 18-year-old was just charged with first-degree murder and the death of a 15-year-old in Robeson County. Sheriff Bernice Wilkins says deputies, along with multiple agencies, responded to the area of Henry Berry Road and the Roland area. Isaiah Thompson of Roland was arrested. His charges also include breaking and entering and larceny. The name of the teenager killed has not been released. Count on us for those updates. Well, 2 people are in custody today after investigators found 107 dogs and 11 cats in unlivable conditions in one home. The Georgetown County Sheriff's Office says an investigation into abandoned dogs led to a home on Duck Pond Place. Investigators say they found the dogs in unlivable conditions in every room of that house. They also recovered the remains of over 125 deceased dogs from the home. Deputies arrested Ralph Moody and Kimberly Moody in connection to this incident. The South Carolina Enforcement Dogfighting Unit, the ASPCA, and St. Francis Animal Center are all helping with prosecuting the case and caring for the dogs. St. Francis Animal Center says they're in urgent need of help with supplies and food for the dogs, as well as emergency fosters.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
And traffic not too bad right now on 501 between CCU and Carolina Forest. Just the occasional slowdown at the traffic lights. Not too bad on 544 right now either. Drive times along the Grand Strand on 501 from Carolina Forest to CCU. That'll take 11 minutes. 17 in both directions along the Grand Strand. Is moving a little bit slower than normal. Florence area right now looking okay. No problems in town. No issues on I-95. Currently on 95 from TV Road to 76. That'll take 9 minutes. Palmetto from 5 Points to Irby Street will take 4 minutes. And 52 from Palmetto to I-95 will take 7 minutes.
Frank, thank you. Darlington County Sheriff's Office says a death investigation is underway after human remains were found. Those remains were found Wednesday off of Brockington Road in the Darlington area. According to deputies, it appears the remains have been there over an extended period of time. The Darlington County Coroner's Office is working to identify the body. Make sure to count on us for those updates. Darlington County authorities have arrested a woman who they say took money from a youth organization while she served as its treasurer. Authorities say Amanda Lewis stole money from the Hartsville Northern Baseball League and used it for personal expenses. Lewis has been charged with breach of trust valued at $10,000 or more. She was booked into the W. Glenn Campbell Detention Center on July 3rd and released the next day on a $26,000 bond. You can read much more on this story over on our website, WBTW.com. The Waccamaw Indian people are entering a new era as they pass the torch to their new chief. Cheryl Kale will be initiated as the new chief of the tribe following the retirement of Chief Harold Buster Hatcher. The ceremony will be this evening at 7 on the Waccamaw Tribal Grounds near Aner. News 13 will have a crew there, and we will have more details tonight. Well, major improvements are coming to the Garden City area, including a dedicated food truck staging area, additional paved parking, and improved drainage systems. That's according to Horry County government. After receiving a notice to proceed back in April, Horry County Engineering will begin construction in September after years of planning for a reimagined and more resilient Garden City. Locals are expressing mixed emotions about this project.
These things have to be done. That's unfortunate for any community and municipality. They've got to have, utility work and things like that. Down the road, it might be better than ever.
Officials say the 5-phase Garden City streetscape project has an anticipated complete date in 2029. Well, the heat isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and we have some tips on how to keep yourself safe in the sun. Try to limit the time you spend outdoors and make sure to take breaks in the shade or air conditioning. It's also helpful to wear loose, light-colored clothing. If you plan on working outside or exercising, bring more water than you think you would need. Experts say you should also keep the area of your home where you sleep cool, giving your body a break from the heat to reset before facing harsh conditions the next day. Well, experts say it's also important to watch out for signs of heat-related illnesses, especially if you plan to spend time outside. Nausea, thirst, and fatigue could be signs of heat exhaustion. More extreme symptoms like confusion or loss of consciousness could indicate heat stroke and a sign that you should seek medical attention. Children and the elderly are more vulnerable to heat-related illness, so you should keep a close eye on them during these conditions.
And this hot weather is going to continue into the weekend, but we do have changes for the weekend. I'll have a look at how much we're going to cool down coming up.